Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, under 20. Oh my. I'm glad I could see in the camera because the outfit I'm wearing requires the tortoise shell glasses. Oh, there. How is everybody doing? Yep, it's me pulling it together yet again for another video. And what is today? Today is Monday, May 13th, the day after Mother's Day. Is this a messy Monday for you? Is it? Do you have a confession? Oh, look at this. I always like to be color coordinated with my coffee. Step on up to the plate. Confession booth is open. You can tell us, but maybe you can tell us your victory for Mother's Day and how wonderful it was to feel special and the things that you did and not having the things that you might have thought were edible that you might not have had at Easter, but they're still there or they were brought back to you, you know. I say it with flowers and perfume. That's how Mother's Day should work out. And a great big fat ribeye steak. Funny how things change, isn't it? I want jewelry, and I want a trip to Aruba, and I want, I want a new car, and I want, no, I'll take a great big fat ribeye with a great big pat of Vital Farms or some other pasture-raised butter floating on top of it. No messy Monday for me, but I hope that you didn't have one either. And this is the season when cookouts and picnics and outside eating all begin to happen. And I don't know about you, but I've canceled most of my subscriptions to magazines because they're just food porn. Between the ads and the how to cook and the pictures of, all these meals, it's food porn, food porn, food porn. And it's like when they say low carb and it's only got 17 carbs in it, it's like, well, that's not my idea of low carb. Is it your idea of low carb? No. So thinking about still that fruit plus thing or juice plus thing, I looked up one of the ingredients and it's corn syrup, maltodextrin, and five carbs per serving. So I don't think it's very keto friendly, but I won't be partaking anyway. And thank you all for the excellent feedback about my visit, my doctor's visit. With the first hour and 45 minutes were great, and the last 15 were, you really need this because you look like somebody that likes to take care of yourself. Oh, really? So I need Juice Plus at, what is it, $90 a month? I don't think so. I'll stick with my mostly carnivore food plan, thank you very much. And so that's how that goes. So I don't know, they're saying it's going to be a nice sunny low breeze day, warm in the 60s here, but I'm not seeing it yet, hence the old suede jacket from 950 years ago, I'm sure. I'll be wearing that today as I do my Instacat. And so I hope that your day yesterday was good, and that if you're a man, you took special care of your lady, your mother, your wife, even your daughters that could be mothers. And notice how they have Father's Day after Mother's Day. Payback's a bitch, so remember that. So who have I been listening to? Well, I go in tonight to work, so I'll be able to catch up on people. And I haven't had a whole lot of time because when you've got prisoners, they take time. So it's not like you can casually sit there and listen to videos. On the slower nights I can, but not when I have an active group of males and females. So I did catch Mike. And we have our 1-year anniversary coming up in a couple of days. You will see that here on the Pearls of Wisdom channel, and then he will add it to his channel too. So it's kind of fun, our first anniversary. I can't believe that we've done 11 already, Girly and the Cowboys, and now we've got one more to go. So as we enter into the warm season of food with all of those things that we associate with family fun outside, okay to have. Just bear in mind that we want to take care of ourselves. We want to be good to ourselves. We want to um, not not dive back into anything that's carby and off our list of GRAS, as the government would say, generally regarded as safe. Yeah, we want to have the good, safe foods. For me, I am, with the exception of my 1 tablespoon of chopped green onions in my eggs Monday through Friday, I have one day where I have a small serving of veggies from the big green egg. Um, I cut back on my amounts, and it didn't have the gut effect that it had before. So I can still have a small sampling and be happy, because the big green egg, just nothing tastes like anything when you have the big green egg. So it's cook once and eat for a week. We'll be cooking some filet mignons that were on sale at Mackie Basket. They were. So I picked up 2 dinners worth. And those marbleized steaks that you saw me hold up from Whole Foods that look more like Wagyu than anything else I've ever seen or eaten. So it'll be interesting. And so those are planned, and it just all works out. I don't even think of straying. I think of savory. I think of beef, all cuts of beef. I'm going to be cooking an eye of the round in the crock pot, low and slow. And then, so I don't mind, slow cooked beef, as well as the grilled beef, as well as the burger and steaks. It all just works for me. I love my Pete and Jerry eggs. I think I get a lot of nutrients from those egg yolks. They're beautiful. They're like orange. I love them. I love them. I do. And so I have 2 or 3 of those Monday through Friday every day. In fact, I had 4 yesterday, because that was eggs, bacon, sweet Italian sausage, and the Havarti cheese, and that made for a delicious meal. So I do like my eggs. I buy them from Pete. I buy Pete and Jerry eggs. I don't feel, I like to, it's a cheap thing to upgrade, right? And they were on sale. Extra large was on sale last week at Star Market, don't you know? And if you bought 5 or more, you could get them for $3.99. So you know who I am, 5 or more. And so that helps, because we go through about 14 to 16 eggs every week here at our little house between Greg and me. So that's what's going on here. I'm still using my chronometer when I figure out what I'm having. Actually, it's more of a guide. I'm so used to what I'm having. I weigh my meats, and I don't need to weigh my cheeses, because they're sliced from Whole Foods. But, I know what I'm having. I weigh the Keto creamer in my coffee. 3 tablespoons are 45 calories of the unsweetened regular, and then the hazelnut has a little monk fruit sweetening in it. It's 50 calories for 3 tablespoons. I usually just have 30 grams, which is 2 tablespoons, and it satisfies me. And so I still use the chronometer and the kitchen scale for certain things, although, I just have the same thing most every day. And just, I'm working on a large carton of eggs and a jumbo carton of eggs right now. So 70 for the large and 90 for the jumbo. So I just make the change in my chronometer when I do it. And it just works. It just keeps me honest, and it helps me figure out the menu for the week. So at a glance, I can look up and see, what am I having Tuesday? Oh, yeah, that's right. The roast that I'm going to start cooking tomorrow in the crock pot. So that sort of thing just helps me out. I don't want to go back to the standard American diet. I don't have the cravings. I like my coffee, sweetened with, I like it blonde with the coloring. That's why the keto creamer works out for me. And sometimes it's, the visual, and sometimes it's the taste. It just works. And then the hunka meat. I think I may be having pork chop a big pork chop from Whole Foods at some point this week, and usually it's beef all week. Um, but then I do like my pork ribs and my pork chop at times. So I'm very simple. I don't mind having the same thing a few days in a row. Greg can't understand. You're having a burger again? Yeah, I like them. And so I make his look different. You know, his foods are different because he'll have leftovers, but never 2 days in a row. So I could have the burger 2 or 3 times a week and never get sick of that messy burger with the bacon and the egg kind of cooked in the center of it and then all over the pan and the drippings. I'm just one of those that likes the same, and I don't get tired of it. I'm a savory person. You know, I used to be sickeningly sweet. And as I look back on my alcoholism as well, I loved sweet drinks, sweet after dinner drinks, sweet before drinks. Yeah. And now to me, give me a ribeye, give me a pat of butter, give me my coffee with my little touch of sweetener in it, and I'm totally happy. And my keto pizza on Saturday. And I kind of have, you know, all my supplies in my lifeboat. And so the keto pizza it's just this for my food addiction. It's just, here you go. See, you didn't have to give it up after all. You can still have a little something something on a Saturday, and it works. And the rest of the week is eggs and meat. So I consider myself mostly carnivore, but it's not like, you know, my insides are keeping track and will, you know, like, ups, ups, you know, you're not carnivore. I don't want carnivore police stepping in and saying that, you know, I'm having something that's, you know, knocking me out, like the coffee with the keto creamer. It's what I like, and I hope that you have confidence in your food. So if anybody challenges you on something, you know, you're all set. You know, I like how I sleep. I like how I feel. I like how the food is satiating. I have one meal a day. I weigh myself once a month, the first Thursday of every month, and I write that down, and then I carry it with me for the month. I, you know, had an addiction to the scale, so for me, addictions are managed, not they don't go away, and so to only do it once a month, all the busy goes away. A couple of days before I weigh, I have to remind myself because I've gotten so used to not being addicted to using the scale and just managing not using the scale, if you understand the difference. It just works. And so I have one meal a day, usually between 2 and 3 in the afternoon, and that just works. It takes a little adjusting to, adapting to. It's not for everybody. Some people do 2 meals a day and are absolutely positively happy. I'm able to handle that 1 meal a day. I look totally forward to it. It's an ample amount. It satiates. It carries me through the next day. It's funny, I'll hear my stomach empty when I do my overnight. It's usually 12 hours. You could set your watch to that 12 hours from when I put down the fork. And it just all keeps working for me. I drink mineral water. I have some electrolytes with a squeeze of lemon on it, 14 grams of squeezed fresh lemon juice. So I have a quarter of a teaspoon of potassium, a quarter of a teaspoon of magnesium, a little Dr. Price's electrolytes sprinkled on top, sweetened with stevia. And that is down it goes. And those are for my electrolytes. I drink mineral water. My two favorites are, well, 3 favorites are the Garistoller and Topo Chico on sale at Whole Foods this week, and San Pellegrino. And so I like the bubbly. It's a treat for me. It's like a treat, right? And so I just enjoy my life, my choices, and how I feel, and being here with all of you. And I hope it's the same for you. So I hope it wasn't a messy Monday. If it is, this is a good time in May to pull it together. So when you do get into the rest of the season of foods, and man, it's a tough season. If this is your first season, be gentle on yourself. There's a lot of temptations out there in the cookout, picnic, eating outside realm. So just be careful. No messy Mondays. I'll see you the next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.